First and foremost, the Dallas Mavericks. I don't know if you heard, but they just got rid of their GM, the Nico Harrison. I
Hmm.
guess a lot of people, I don't know why, but a lot of people assume it was due to the Luka trade. Basically the return on that trade and how the season been going. What's your thoughts on that?
Hmm. I mean, you and I discuss this stuff all the time. I think these organizations, they move too fast. Like, give it a chance and see exactly, how it's going to work itself out. These guys haven't been healthy, period. Now, granted, this dude hitched his horse to a horse that can no longer run a move, aka Anthony Davis. You get what I'm saying? So if you wanted to fire the dude, you could have fired him right then and there because you knew Anthony Davis was going to be out of the lineup, period. But Kyrie going down, all the other issues that they had pertaining to dudes going down and not having a full roster intact, I'm not sure what these organizations expect. It's hard to win in the NBA, man. It's hard to win in the NBA. So, do I think he made the wrong move pertaining to Luka, trading Luka? No, I don't think he made the wrong move trading Luka. I just think he got the wrong piece back for him, which is Anthony Davis, because this dude is never available. Again, defense win championships. And Luka, I can't see this dude winning a championship, yo. And I'm putting it on wax. I can't see a dude that play defense like a chair able to win unless you strategically put all type of defensive pieces around him. And that's still difficult to do. So again, I know where the Nico Harrison dude was trying to go. He was trying to go to, yo, let's build a team that dudes can actually play some defense because it looked pretty when you scoring a bunch of points during the regular season. But when it comes to the playoffs, you're going to have to be able to stop dudes in critical moments. We already know this NBA is a no defense league. But in critical moments during the playoffs, everybody need to get critical stops. And that's hard to do when you got a dude like Luka on the court, man. Anybody see Luka, they say it's party time. Anybody, yo. I don't care if it's a third string point guard. When they see Luka, they say it's party time. It's similar to Steve Nash. So history repeats itself pertaining to some of these players, man. And it shows why they didn't win championships. Steve Nash running around with the rock and then just being used as a play toy when he's on defense is the same thing dudes do to Luka. Like Luka defense is horrendous. When you think of him, when you think of James Harden, when you think of certain players, none of them have championships. None of them. So if I'm a GM and I'm looking at this and I'm studying the game, I'm saying, yo, Luka is kind of built like a doughboy and he don't play defense. We got to get this dude out of here. But of course, you got to get something worth getting back in return. You can't get a dude AD, aka always down. You can't go get that. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you never gonna see your team come together because this dude is never gonna be in a lineup. So how do you build that cohesion? How do you get that team chemistry with a dude that's never in the lineup, yo? So again, if they wanted to fire the dude, they probably should have fired him the minute they seen AD was coming to town. They should have fired him based on that. But other than that, I think these organizations is moving too fast, man. Nobody expected Kyrie to go down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nobody expected all of these other things to happen based upon uh, the Mavericks team in regards to all these additional players outside of Anthony Davis. So again, I wouldn't have fired the dude if I didn't fire him the minute AD walked into uh, Dallas
Yeah,
because
the moment they made the trade. And let
everybody
me add to that, right?
everybody already knew what that was going to be, right? Bubble wrap is coming to town. If we don't bubble wrap this dude, even if we bubble wrap him, you already know he
It's
probably
damn as
only
good.
playing 20 games.
They should have bubble wrapped him on a flight. You know what I'm saying? On his way
Yeah,
to
yeah.
Dallas. Right
Like
on
that
his way
dude
to Dallas, they should
again.
have bubble wrapped him. Matter of fact, talking
So,
about it,
so
didn't he get hurt literally the first game he came into
yes,
Dallas?
yes, 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 yes. That's what I'm trying to
That's
say, man.
crazy.
You don't gotta be Nostradamus to figure this out.
Yeah. Only thing
You
I
don't
would
gotta be
say,
Nostradamus.
look, he was healthy enough to get that one chip with LeBron. So
Yeah.
the least you can do, and I'm talking about Dallas, right, is you allow the season to play out at this point. Like you said, if you're
Mm-hmm.
not wasn't going to fight him right at the point of the trade, you allow the season to play out, allow Kyrie to return, um, allow him to, hopefully be healthy and see if you can get lucky and get a healthy year out of them and see what that look like. You get what I'm saying? That's my
Mm-hmm.
take and my opinion on that. But yeah, I agree. I think like everybody is mad at the Luka trade or getting rid of Luka. I don't think I like GMs that take risks. Right,
Mm-hmm.
so I wasn't mad at him looking at that because I don't think any GM would have made that move. So I reward that to say, you know what, um, we lacking here. I don't think we could win with Luka, whether he's the franchise player or not. I want to see if I can make a move for him. And I agree with you.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing wrong with the move. It's just who you got in return. A guy that barely could get through a full season and have shown that
Yeah.
time and time again. Also, while I have a problem with it, is at this point in Kyrie, I don't know if Kyrie is a true number one at this point in his career. Right? At this point in his career, I just don't know if Kyrie is a true number one. So I feel like now you have a dude that's not available majority of the season, right? Then you have a dude in Kyrie, which may have to roll into that number one spot. And at this point in his career, I don't know if he's a true number one to carry a team to a championship. So if you're saying Luka defense um is a setback that you can't win championships with Luka defense and the goal is to win rings or at least get a ring. I don't know if Kyrie at this point in his career is a true number one to carry you to a ring. And Anthony Davis haven't shown that either. So
Well, let me
Anthony
well
Davis
let me
got his ring
respond.
being the number two.
Yeah, well, let me respond to that based on Kyrie because I think Kyrie has grown tremendously. They style would be different. Again, the way Luka played, yo, I give Luka credit. Super talented, super talented. Even though he a dope boy, he's super talented in what he do with the basketball. But with that being said, they don't really use their other pieces. They
Oh,
don't
me and you
really
agree on
use
that. We agree on that. That's not where I
so
was
so
going
what
with
I'm
that, Mike. I'm
saying,
gonna let you get back to
no,
that
but
though.
what I'm
Go ahead.
saying is what I'm saying is, Rob, with Kyrie stepping into number one, it's gonna look different. The flow of the offense is gonna look different. He's
Absolutely.
still gonna be able to get his 25. I'm telling you, this NBA is a joke. He's still gonna be able to get his 25 because Kyrie bag is Kyrie bag. The difference is these other requisite pieces is going to be used much better versus the way they use with Luka just standing around.
No,
Like,
I agree with that 100%. What I'm going with that is even with that, we understand you're going to play a better brand of basketball, right? They're going to
mm.
play a better brand with basketball because the ball's not going to stick as much, and that's where you was going with it, right?
And
So
you
it's going to be
can't
a better
win.
brand. It's going to be a
Rod,
better
you
brand, but
can't win with the Luka brand of basketball. The
yeah,
only one
we
that's
agree with
won
that.
with
That's
it
the
was
Harden, the Luka.
LeBron. The
Yup.
only one that won with that brand of basketball was LeBron in the history. And the only reason he won is because he stacked the deck to win. Like, again, you can't win. You can't win
Yeah.
with that brand of basketball. You can't win
Yup.
with it.
No,
So
no,
you
I
got
agree
a
with you.
piece. Yeah, but you got a piece. Like, okay, so let's put it into perspective. You got a piece that can't play defense, that seem like he on a chubby side. Let's call a spade a spade, and you looking at the history of basketball and he actually make you play a style that's never won besides with one dude that stacked the deck. That's it. Nobody else has ever won with that brand of
So
basketball.
we on the same
So
page with that. Where I was going with it is I still think you're lacking something when if you're getting rid of Luka, right? I think what year Kyrie is at this point? 14, 15? Like Kyrie is
yeah,
deep
he's
in
late.
now. He's
But Rod,
he,
but
he's deep in
Rod,
the
but Rod, you only giving yourself basically like a 2 year window to win. You got Cooper Flag that
yeah,
came
but
in.
that's the question
Let
I
him.
was gonna ask you. That's the question I was gonna ask you. With that, at this point in Kyrie's career, can Kyrie be a true number one and carry you to the promised land? I don't know. I don't really think so at this point in his career. Like I
I
get you're
think
gonna
I
play a better brand of ball, but I don't think Kyrie because AD haven't been a true number one. I don't think he is. So your true number one on this team, if they healthy, is Kyrie, a healthy Kyrie. And at this point in his career, maybe a few years back, I would say so without a question of doubt. Even on Brooklyn Nets, I would say so. But what I have seen from him in the playoffs lately, you could tell he lost a step.
oh
Like
yeah.
he's still able to
And
give you
again,
25, don't get me wrong, but he lost a step and how he able to do that. Like it used to look very effortless. It don't look as effortless when we get to the playoffs and the ball is in Kyrie's hand to make things happen.
yeah, but if you
Those
do
shots
it
is
as
becoming
a
more contested, more difficult, and we know he's probably one of the best at making difficult shots. But we also seen that don't get you to the promised land either. AKA, we have watched the last couple of playoffs to Kyrie and how he struggled against certain
yeah,
teams, like a Boston. Like we
but
don't
let's
see
be
it.
clear. But let's be clear. This discussion is framed based on prior injury Kyrie. No one knows how Kyrie is going to come back
Which
based
make it
upon
even
this
worse.
injury. Yeah, yeah, but again, they didn't make the trade thinking that this dude was going to get hurt. And that's why I'm putting it into its proper context. Prior
Mm-hmm.
to Kyrie getting hurt, do I think he can be a number one and they changed their brand of basketball? Yes. We even seen when the trade first took place, the Mavericks defense looked like, yo, maybe we can look similar to a baby OKC with the defense that they was able to play in the length that they had on the floor. Again, this changes how a team win basketball games.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have had no problem with Kyrie being number one. And because Kyrie has matured based on the Boston stops and all these different stops, I see a Cooper Flag coming in, being comfortable and being able to ingratiate himself,
I agree.
not get his talent stepped on based on a Luka or somebody that play this horrendous style
Oh,
of
let me add to
basketball.
that. Cooper Flat fits right in. He would have fit right in.
That's my point.
So I agree.
With a
I just
but
feel
with a Kyrie and an Anthony Davis, he
at
could
the
fit
halfront.
right in.
Yeah, at the
With a
halfront. But you got to
Luka,
remember, with a Luca, they don't even get number one pick though. I mean, well, who knows how they even got number one pick now? But
yeah,
some will
I'm just throwing it
argue,
out there.
yeah, some will argue with Luca. They don't even get a number one pick in the NBA. But yeah, I agree 100%. Cooper Flag fit right in, and he's gonna look better even right now. And I don't want to go too deep into it, but I just throw this out there because he having some struggles right now. But that's because he don't have those guys. I think he looked that
Mhm.
much better with them. You get what I'm saying?
Oh
I
yeah,
think his game fits right in where now he could be a piece that could just implement his style of play and the way he and the things that he like to do and implement his game and be able to fit right into those. So I agree. I think Kyrie or AD don't step on that, and I agree 100% with a Luca. Um, Cooper Flag do not fit in that old structure roster. That wouldn't work. So I agree a
yeah,
thousand percent. I agree 1,000% with that. I think we're on the same page when it comes to that. But yeah, I agree. I think it just come down to that firing was a little too early. I think you got to give him a full season at this point. If you wasn't going to fire him when he made that trade, then you allow this to play out and allow a full season to play out and hope and keep your fingers crossed that AD could give you a healthy season. Kyrie will be returning this year and see how that look because I think they got a true contender roster if they could be healthy long enough for it to work
yeah.
out. Maybe that's
Look,
how he was looking at it. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
that's the risk in that gamble. You know what I'm saying? So
Rob, people got to keep it a buck. If you telling me the name of the game is to win championships, and I'm seeing some my franchise player that have a stranglehold on a franchise, and I know I can't win a championship with him, then yes, you can question what I got back in return, which is what you and I are discussing. Anthony
Mm-hmm.
Davis. Like, come on now. You could have went and got younger pieces. You could have went and got all types of stuff for Luka. To bring back Anthony Davis, that would have checked your boxes from a defense perspective and all of that. Like maybe you need to look at Victor Wemby, or who
Man, ain't
knows?
nobody giving him
I'm just thinking, yo, but I'm just saying the
Yeah.
way people held Luka in high regards is not like somebody had just throw you out the room for suggesting it. Now, of course, the Spurs would have been retarded to do it. But what I'm saying is nobody would have said, oh, this dude is smoking something if you threw that trade out there. This is how high in regards they held Luka. So to come back with a dude that's never even available, forget his
Yeah,
his
who
skill
else?
set.
I mean, I'm trying to think the filler holes he was looking, and he was looking for a big it seemed. I'm trying to think. Damn, who else could he have went and got? Because another person that came to my mind was Embiid, but Embiid always out too. That dude is another dude
Yeah,
that's just
yeah.
always out.
Yeah,
Um,
and B done got that money. He done.
yeah,
Stick a fork in
yeah,
him. Stick a
yeah.
fork
So
in him. I don't even see him finishing this season, to be frank. He gonna
yeah,
say he got some
I don't
type of
know if he even
injury.
started the season, let alone finish
Yeah,
it.
they've
You
been
know what I'm
playing this dude 20 minutes, messing my over and unders up. Like, yo, I ain't got time for it. You get what I'm saying? That dude and B, stick a fork in him, man. He done. And he's one
yeah,
of the most talented bigs we ever seen in the history of the game. It's just these dudes don't got the IQ of how to really play basketball.
how to
And then
dominate.
I can't yeah, and then I can't knock some of these bigs based on their health. Of course, I don't know their regiment and how they take care of their body, but that's always a difficult thing when it comes to bigs this size, these 7 footers, is whether they still stay healthy. Like you got the Greg Odens of the world and people like that. That career basically never really started because their health literally declined immediately. That size, that weight to be lugging and pushing up and down the court for however many games takes a toll on a body, and you just don't know how these 7 footer bodies are gonna hold up, yo. Especially when they got a little weight on a frame. You really don't. So I'm not even knocking Embiid based on his health because we've seen this story too many times. You just don't know how their health is going to go. But
Yeah,
skill wise, he's one of the more skilled big men we ever seen in the history of the game. He just don't got the IQ like most of these dudes based on this era on how to use the skill, which doesn't allow him to be as dominant as he should be. If you got an MB and you got other requisite pieces, you should be talking championship.
yeah, yeah. I agree. Well, again, he like I said, he got a similar AD problem. You know what I'm saying? He's always down as well. So,
Yeah,
um,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
but yeah, I agree. There's several things you could have did. You definitely don't go and get somebody that's not going to be available long enough. And like I said, maybe you was wishing on the star that you could get a season out of him because, like I said, LeBron got one good full season out of him when they got that ring. So was that was COVID year though, right?
Yeah, remember they locked them in a
Yeah,
bubble to do
yeah,
that. Like that's what I mean. This is what I'm talking about, man. Like you got to put this man in a bubble wrap, man. They literally locked this man in a bubble,
to
yo,
get a ring.
to get that
Oh
done.
shit. Always down
Like,
gotta be
like, come
bubble
on,
wrap.
man.
Shit.
Come
That's
on, man.
crazy. Nah, that's funny.
Like,
Oh
like,
shit.
so again, yo.
You that's crazy.
But these organizations, Rob, be bugging though with some of these firings.
Fine.
I think they premature. Like I said, I would have been upset as the owner or anybody attached to the organization the minute I seen AD, because I already we seen this story, we seen this movie. You already know what it's going to be. Forget his skill set and what it possibly can be. This dude is never available.